When Four Swords was released, A Link to the Past was re-released with all copies. Not only that, but Nintendo was nice enough to update some of the artwork. Each visual has more life in it, with sharper features, solid coloring, and better lighting. Link has that new golden brown hair that would carry over to the Oracle games, and is noticeably buff, leaving no question he could carry a sword and shield. Though in some cases I do kind of prefer the framing of the older style. Some visuals have a shadow just below Link, where the new visuals are lacking. This framing in particular, where his shield is getting hit with some rocks, feels more dynamic. Perhaps with the aforementioned shadow, and the rocks appear bigger, making it feel more dangerous. But there is one or two pictures that come across as a tad awkward by today's standards. In this visual of the spin attack, he looks like he's pouting, and the color of the sword swing is too solid. Now look at the new one. Link is focused, determined, and the sword swing is transparent with a nicer shade of blue on it, with some sparkles added for better effect. And the original Zelda in her blue dress looks a little odd in the facial region. Her hands and her ears are a bit big, but in the new one, she looks so much more elegant. She's smiling at us, and the shade of blue is easier on the eyes. In this visual, I think the new is actually better. There's an added effect telling you that Link has struck his target, and he struck hard. In the old, he's just swinging at nothing. Either that or he missed. My Link doesn't miss. Then there's Link fighting the Geldman, or Geldo, or Gerudo Man, which used to be my profile picture until I inevitably changed it. Again. The new is great, but I really like the sun flare in the original. It has more of a kick. The Geldo looks creepier too. It has dark circles under its eyes, and, overall, looks more like sand, or dirt. The new design just seems too clean somehow. The Geldo doesn't even look like it's made of sand, but rather mud, and the coloring keeps it from feeling more like a threat. But I do think Link's hat flying to the left looks better. It does a better job of conveying the movement you'd expect. With Zelda's telepathy, I could go either way. I like how in the original her face is shrouded in darkness. It gives off the sense that Link doesn't know exactly what she looks like. And since he's just waking up, he looks more confused and groggy. But in the new one, he's shocked and looks ready to answer the call. And maybe this isn't just her speaking in his mind, but she can also send him a visual message to actually show him that she's been imprisoned. Here, Link is all tuckered out from his adventure. In the new one, he's still resting, but he also has a peaceful smile on his face. I love seeing him happy. Link pulling a chain. In both versions, he's depicted as struggling with it. I guess they are all attached to something heavy. In the new one, he has a little more of an exaggerated expression. But it doesn't really change the feeling of the struggle. It just kind of comes across as goofy. Here's another one where I prefer the new, and it's just Link falling. In the old, you got some lines meant to convey the speed, but in the new one, parts of Link's body and his gear are fading into the air. In both versions, he looks a little surprised, maybe confused. I thought he would look shocked, or like he's screaming. Maybe it's not that far down. But the newer one does look sharper. Literally. Maybe the most popular visual, Link in a power stance. His sword and shield ready, looking determined to face any and all threats. This one actually comes with two variations. There's the one-to-one recreation, which also looks sharper, and the colors are more vibrant. Then there's this visual where he legit looks like he's posing for a picture. Or should I say pictograph. He still looks cool, but that's funny to me. And finally, there's the one I used for the thumbnail, Link leading Zelda through the sewers while taking her hand. What a gentleman. The original art's coloring gives off a cold feeling, which the sewers likely are, whereas the new one has a warmer color due to the lantern. I imagine that color choice is more accurate. I don't know any gas-powered lanterns that can generate a pure white light, but the old colors also retain a more threatening vibe, even though the enemies depicted are rats. Once again, in the new one, Zelda is also looking forward, just like Link. They're both focusing on the danger and the way out. In the original, she's just looking off to the side, even though there's nothing of interest. Well there, I cooled down the colors and desaturated a bit. It's perfect.